gamers? Today we're back, and the Red Bull information for AoE tournaments is out. It's fresh out of the oven. It actually could not be more fresh. It came out 5 minutes ago. I've rushed to get the stream going because I heard it's coming in like 5 minutes, and I was like, okay, let's get it going. So I took screenshots because there is website links, but I don't like them, so I'd rather just take screenshots from the Discord. So Age of Empires 1. Again, this is Red Bull Wololo that's happening in Spain. I don't know when. I don't know if there's actually a date. We'll once again return to the Stone Ages as Red Bull Wololo revisits the iconic Age of Empires in a thrilling twist. Experience the classic gameplay and strategies that forged the RTS. Yada 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 yada. Qualifications for Age of Empires 1 are exclusive to the Vietnamese community, and general participation is not possible. Before the live grand final at the Castillo de Almodovar del Rio, a qualification stage with 8 of the best Vietnamese players will take place. The qualification stage, taking place on the 3rd and 4th of August, consists of round-robin group stage into final playoff stage. The qualification stage will be played on the original Age of Empires game. Okay, there's the maps, which obviously I don't know any of them. Prize distribution, $30,000. $20,000 for first place. Why didn't they just do 20 and 10? Why did they do 19 and a half and 10 and a half? That's a bit weird. But $30,000 prize pool for AoE 1. Okay. Love that. Age of Empires 2. Okay. Once again feature AoE 2 and the game thrilling mode Empire Wars. Get ready for some exciting fast-paced games, yada yada, yada yada, yada yada. After the 8 qualifiers have been determined, players are placed in double elimination bracket, but in some cases it may be more easily readable if displayed as a group stage. Repeat matchups are not allowed until semifinals. Instead, when a repeat matchup presents itself, the lower seeded player is swapped within their group. There's the map pool, which again, I don't know what, maps are. $150,000. Okay, if AoE 1 is getting 30,000, which is like a 76-year-old game, and AoE 2 is getting $150,000, that means that AoE 4, as the best-selling DLC of all time, is gonna get a very good prize pool, right? First place is $45,000. Second, $24,000. Third, fourth, yada yada. Are you ready for AoE 4? $50,000. So AoE 4 prize pool is barely bigger than AoE 1. First place of AoE 2 is the same as our total prize pool. Okay, but we still get a tournament, right? Let's be happy. Age of Empires 4 returns to the hollow stage of Red Bull Wololo. We guarantee legendary and fast-paced games as the tournament embraces the Empire Wars game mode for the first time. Competition will be fierce across 9 carefully selected maps. The grand final of AoE 4 tournament will take place live at the castle. However, while the legendary castle awaits the ultimate showdown, a comprehensive qualification stage featuring all the best players in the world will unfold. Using a combination of single and double elimination throughout the qualification stage, we will determine the one true challenger to go against Marine Lord in the grand final. Just in case you don't understand that, what that means is we might have a 2-player LAN. So remember when I was memeing like a couple of months ago? Remember when I was memeing that we're gonna get Empire Wars show match probably? I didn't know that this is gonna happen, by the way. I was joking. I was joking about this. And, well, it turns out that's what we're getting. Partnering with Beastyqt TV, we're committed to bringing you every thrilling moment of the qualification. Like... Like, guys, I don't want to be a bitch, okay? I am grateful that there's a tournament, and I don't want to be a bitch. If you're having one match at Wololo, why are we forced to play on the garbage that is Empire Wars? Like, is it really, are we really that short on time that we have to play Empire Wars? Like, could we not have original AoE? Do you know what I mean? If this was like a 16-player LAN and they said, yo, we're gonna do Empire Wars because we got no time. Okay. I hate it, but okay. But it's a show match. Why can we not have normal game mode? How much faster is Empire Wars? It's not. Or maybe it is like by 5 minutes per game. How can we let Red Bull know? It's not gonna change, trust me. We tried changing a map for last Red Bull for like 6 months and they didn't want to change a map. They're not gonna change the rules of this. I don't know. Let's read the rest and I'll go back and I'll give my final thoughts. Okay, 9 carefully selected maps. Dry Arabia, okay. Frisian Marches, okay. Golden Heights. Okay. Gorge, okay. Holy Island, okay. Cavasan, Rocky River, okay. Socotra, the fuck is this? Carefully selected a map we never played before in a tournament. And Volcanic Island. Okay, so I'm going to be as honest as I can without throwing words left and right. I know for the last Wololo, many of the decisions were made by people who don't know anything about AoE 4. And I mean this in the nicest way possible. We had AoE 2 people organize stuff for AoE 4, okay? But they were the ones who selected maps, some of the rules regarding the tournament, and we tried to kind of give feedback. An example, we said mountain clearing is a bad map and no one's gonna play it, and they said no, it's gonna provide very high-level entertaining games. If you don't know, mountain clearing wasn't picked once throughout the whole tournament. It was always banned because it's an awful map. So, we tried changing a map in the last Red Bull. They didn't give us that. Looking at the maps here, some maps are good. Dry Arabia, Frisian Marches, Golden Heights, so-so, but it's not awful, right? Gorge is good, Holy Island is good, Rocky River is good. Cavasan, Socotra, and Volcanic Island are 100% picked by an AoE 2 person. Because no one in their right mind in AoE 4 community would say, no, Cavasan is going to be a great map. Cavasan is a played map in AoE 2. Is it in their map pool? It's not even in their map pool. Because I remember in previous Wololo, Cavasan was being discussed, and apparently in AoE 2, it's a lot better done than in AoE 4. In AoE 4, it's just not a good map. It's not very popular, people don't like it. There's so many better maps you could have taken, by the way. You could have taken 4 lakes. There's so many hybrid maps that you could have taken. So, Socotra, I mean, this map, I don't even know what this map is. It's an AoE 2 map, I can guarantee you that. Because I have never seen this map. Don't tell me. We got another mountain clearing. Oh my god. After all the feedback last time, they were like, bro, we're gonna give them mountain clearing, but the new version. I seem to be missing Woodline. You wanna know something funnier? I'm gonna put Empire Wars start. You guys ready for this? I can't. Well, I got Woodline this time. So that's good. I can't. I'm getting too old, guys. I'm getting too old. I can't. No way this is legit? Well, it says right here. AoE 4, Socotra. Right there. But to me, when I look at this map pool, I don't know any admin or tournament organizer or player in AoE 4 or a viewer that looks at this and makes this map pool. Which to me, like I said, says that this was made by someone from AoE 2. Because this is just... It seems like someone opened the map pool and just randomly selected some of the maps. You know, went with like, you know what, let's put Dry Arabia in there because it's like a Dry Arabia, and then anything else is just randomly added. I have a weird feeling regarding all of this because we went from months of this is the most selling DLC to getting the same prize pool as AoE 1 and then getting a show match at Red Bull. You know, I don't know. Someone's trolling here, and I don't know who it is. Regarding the prize pool, I'll say that I don't know who's in charge of it. I know that Microsoft gives money for prize pools. I don't know if, like, the AoE 2 is getting 150k, right? So I don't know if all 150k was given by Microsoft or some of it was given by Red Bull. I actually don't know, right? But we went, what was the last Red Bull? 300,000 prize pool to now 50k. Most selling DLC, by the way, ever. Then we got a show match, which I'm going based on what it says here. We're gonna have online qualifiers, and then that will determine the challenger to go against Marine Lord in the grand final. So what does this mean? The way it's written is it looks like it's 2 players at Red Bull from AoE 4. Just 2. That's it. So main event. Oh yeah, main event. You can see it here. Main event, first and second. Which means, and by the way, Marine Lord's in the chat, and I'm pretty sure he would agree with this. The last tournament we've had was 2 years ago. We're playing 2 years later in a different mode. Why does he get a free pass to the finals? What if he was top 20 player? He just gets 10k? Do you know what I mean? What's like, no, but Marino's in chat. Imagine if you were like a 1.6k MMR on ladder. You go there, you get 10k, and a player comes there and just destroys you like 4-0. And terrible games, right? There's a lot of weird stuff about this. If we're getting one show, this is a show match, okay? Let's call it what it is. There's these are, I mean, it says qualifiers online for a show match at the main event. If that is the case, which again, I am grateful for it. We're all grateful for it, right? There's a term for AoE4, poggers. Why do we have to play Empire Wars? I don't understand. Why can we not have a regular AoE4? It's just one, I'm assuming it's a best of 7, but considering I assumed a lot of things, it might be a best of 1. Empire Wars on Socotra and we're out. I don't know. Why can't we have normal AoE4? Let's say a best of 7 in AoE4 lasts 3 hours. Let's say 3 hours with breaks and everything. Do we really need Empire Wars to make it 2 hours? Do you know what I mean? I don't get it. I'm sorry, but I just don't understand the decision making behind this. Empire Wars, from what I've heard, I don't know anything about AoE 2. From what I've heard, Empire Wars in AoE 2 is actually decent, and a lot of people love playing on it. And people like watching it. I think people don't play it as much, but people don't mind it at the tournaments. Nobody likes Empire Wars in AoE 4. I don't know if you guys know, I'll give you some stats from AoE 4 World. There are 10 games played an hour in Empire Wars in AoE 4 on the ladder. Any league, okay? Any league in AoE 4, there are 10 games played every hour in Empire Wars. Nobody plays this. I think it's all of this combined to me that's just like... You know what this sounds like to me, this whole thing? I guarantee you, again, I have no idea about the schedule. I guarantee you, AoE 4 Empire Wars is going to be between semifinals and grand finals for AoE 2. I guarantee you. I'll put money on it. I guarantee you. We're just a time filler for the main event. That's it. That's it. I guarantee it. So, no, don't boycott them, guys. Don't send them hate. Don't send them any... Like, don't insult Microsoft or Red Bull or whatever. I'm just giving my opinion because people will ask me for my opinion, and I'm always honest about these things. You can be appreciative of a tournament and appreciative of its prize pool and be dissatisfied with its rules. Again, I will say this once again because I want to make it super clear. If Empire Wars was a tournament format and we had $50,000 prize pool and we had 16 players at the event, okay, fuck it. I hate Empire Wars. You guys know that. But fuck it. We have a $50,000 tournament, 16 players. You know, fuck it. It is what it is. I'd be fine with it, right? Let's have one day event. Empire Wars. Single elim. 8 players. Quarterfinals, semifinals, finals. Empire Wars. Boom, boom, boom. 8-hour broadcast, 10-hour broadcast. That's it. But this, guys, it's a show match for like an hour to 2 hours. It's gonna take longer for me to travel there by a fucking plane than all the gameplay that a player will do there. And again, it's not just about Empire Wars. It's about the whole setup. It's just... And then the maps... It's like, tell me you don't play AoE 4 without telling me you don't play AoE 4. Do you know what I mean? And again, I urge everyone, please do not harass them. Do not go on their Discord. Do not mold at them. Don't do any of that shit. You're gonna get permaban. If I catch you doing that on their Discord, I will permaban in my chat. Please don't do that. I never want that, and I never will ask that of you guys to do that. I'll read you a comment from a mod. Red Bull Wololo was built around Empire Wars. There was plenty of skepticism when it was initially announced for AoE 2, and this is totally understandable. We still aim to create a competitive event. Again, this is someone who doesn't play AoE 4 and doesn't understand it. Okay? To me, this is like saying... To me, this is like saying organizing a Fortnite event and organizing a FIFA event. And then Fortnite gets the Fortnite free-for-all, you know, battle royale. And then they organize FIFA tournament. They're like, listen, we're going to drop 22 players from thin air, and every player is going to have their own player. And then, listen, guys, I know you're against it. I know that's not what FIFA is. But trust me, people complain about dropping people out of sky in Fortnite too, but they love it now. It's completely different games. Why do we have same modes for two different games? Red Bull was built around Empire Wars. Why is there no Empire Wars in AoE 1 then? So it is possible to hold an event without Empire Wars, right? They just don't want to do it. They just don't want to do it. They don't give a shit. That's what it is. I'm sorry, but that's the end of it. You don't care about AoE 4. This is organized just for the sake of organizing it. And you know what's gonna happen? AoE 4 will get shit views because it's gonna be a 2-hour broadcast, right? Not only because it's 2-hour broadcast, it's because no one will even know about it. And people who do know about it are not even gonna tune in because it's Empire Wars. And then year after, they're gonna be like, well, we looked at the numbers and AoE 4 didn't grade too high of a viewership, so we're just gonna do AoE 2 now. You wanna bet? And you know what's gonna happen? AoE 2 people are gonna be like, bro, AoE 4 had no viewers. I'll bet you right now that's exactly what's gonna happen. You know what's another thing that just crossed my mind? Are they even gonna get AoE 4 casters to cast this? Or are they just gonna use AoE 2 casters? Because it makes no sense for them to fly AoE 4 casters for a 2-hour show match. So I'm assuming it's going to be AoE 2 casters. casting is a lot about hype. It's about how you present the game to the viewers. You are the one that's supposed to make people excited about the game. And by the way, I met AoE 2 casters, okay? They were super nice. I have nothing against them. Do you think any of them will be hyped and excited to cast AoE 4? No, because they don't give a fuck. And I agree with them. I understand them. If I went to cast AoE 2, and I'm like, oh my god, he's pulling the boar to the TC, or he's pulling the elephant. I don't care. Because I don't play that game, right? Not to mention that whoever is casting from AoE 2 will know nothing about AoE 4 meta, AoE 4 civs, bonuses, and whatever else. It's just going to be plain like, oh, we do see Archer speaking of spearmen, and he's got to get some spearmen to counter the knights, kind of thing. Now, let's dive into my favorite part of all this. Let's look at the AoE 4 subreddit. Let's see what the people think. Empire Wars for Red Bull is awful. This is a terrible decision. You know why I tune into pro games? To see the very top tier of strategy and decision making. Why the fuck would I watch Empire Wars that is not completely unbalanced? Oh, I haven't even touched upon that. That's not something I even discussed. The balance of the game in Empire Wars is completely off to what we know. Because nobody plays it. We don't know what the balance is, right? Empire, top comment. This is AoE 4 subreddit. Empire Wars. Okay, let's read the top comments. Empire Wars, crying emoji. Empire Wars, Lamau. Empire Wars is legit fucking awful. This feels like they're trying to kill AoE 4 with this tournament. It's great that the Red Bull is doing it, but the tournament format are literally the dumbest thing ever, and that's on Microsoft. It's like they're putting someone who has absolutely no idea how the game works in charge. I mean, what did I say? Yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys. I am, as a pro player, as a content creator, as a streamer, as a viewer, and as a fan of the game, this is bullshit. I mean, guys, you know something's fucked when Reddit and I agree. I mean, what else can I tell you? It's that bad. It's that bad. Like, this is a first. Again, I am assuming I have no secret info behind the scenes. I am assuming that there was supposed to be only AoE 2. And I'm assuming that Microsoft forced them to make AoE 4 as well. And they tried to do the least amount of effort so it doesn't disrupt AoE 2 in any way. The least amount of effort, the least amount of airtime. They throw it off to EGC TV to do the most of the job, and then they're gonna fit us in before the semifinals and finals. That's it. That's what it seems like to me. And they said, no, we don't want maps. We don't want to talk to pro players. We don't want to talk to community figures. We'll sort everything for the grand finals. They open the maps and they're like, okay, let's do, let's see. Yeah, let's do this one. Let's do that one. That one. Bounty clearing. Now let's throw in Socotra in there. That one's even worse. Let's do this one. This one looks pretty. And that's it. Prize pool is done. Whew! Work for today is over. That was hard. Sheesh! Alright, okay. Anyway, let me spend the next 6 months organizing AoE 2 stuff now that I've finished AoE 4. That's what happened. I guarantee you. I guarantee you that's what happened. I actually think the most annoying thing in all of this is the fact that we have one show match and they couldn't even give us a fucking normal AoE 4. I think that actually annoys me the most. We're gonna have a 2-hour broadcast and they couldn't even bother to do a 3-hour broadcast. That's what fucking annoys me. That's what annoys me. And also, again, I don't mean, you know, Marine Lord's in the chat, so I'm not trying to shit talk him. I don't understand him getting a free pass to the grand finals. Tato is invited too? Yeah, but for them they're getting... Okay, where's AoE 2? How many players are they getting? They're getting 8 players. So inviting 1 player out of 8 is not that big of a deal, right? They have AoE 2 ladder qualifications. With the introduction of the in-game rank ladder featuring the tournament maps and settings, anyone will be able to experience what it's like to participate in one of the biggest tournaments of the game. I'm sure there's not going to be win trading and match fixing there. Does that never happen in any of the games that used ladder for qualifying? I'm sure it's going to be all legit. Yeah, that's a great way to do qualifiers. We had that in StarCraft a few times, and there was win trading and... Wait, you can dodge in AoE too? Oh god, that's funny. You know what people did in StarCraft 2 when we had ladder qualifiers once? People, like let's say the qualifiers were top 16. The top 10 people on the ladder would log in Smurfs that were like rank 50, and they would snipe people who were trying to get qualified and beat them every game to drag them down. I'm sure that's not going to happen in AoE 2. This happens in every game that uses ladder as qualifiers. This happened in WoW tournaments, it happened in StarCraft, and I'm sure it happened in... yeah. Another thing that... Again, this is like when you go down the line, there's a lot of issues. Let's say I qualify. Okay? Let's say I qualify. Marine Lord's qualified too. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Marine Lord and I qualify. Who are we going to practice against? Who are we going to practice against? I would love to... Whoever made this, I would love to ask them that. I would love to get them on a call and be like, so, please let me know who should I practice this with. I would love to hear it. I would love to hear the explanation. And mind you, I assume, I don't know, I assume that the qualification between qualification main event is going to be a month. Who am I going to practice Empire Wars for a fucking month? Please let me know. I would love to hear. Marine Lord, if I qualify, do you want to practice for the match that we are going to be playing against one another? Because if it's top 4, right? If it's top 4, like 1 versus 3, 2 versus 4, at least I can practice with the other 2 dudes on the thing, right? Who am I gonna practice with? See, this is what I mean when I say there was no thought whatsoever put into this. Zero. This rule set is made in an hour tops, including the writing of this. There's just no thought put into this. That's a bit far out. So, yeah. Good times ahead. Now, with that being said, they do have a Discord channel for feedback. Please don't be rude to them. Again, I'm not saying this like, oh, don't be rude to them, but I'm hoping you do. Don't be rude to them. If you have feedback, leave a normal feedback, like a normal human being would give. I personally don't think it's going to change at all. I think if 1,000 of us leave a review, nothing's gonna change. That's my personal opinion and feeling about this. But you can if you want to. Regarding if I'll play it, I generally don't know. And I'm not saying this because I know some people that might be watching this might be like, oh, he's just saying this because he's upset or whatever. I said this months ago when I didn't even know if it's going to be Empire Wars. I strongly suspect that it would. I said that I don't know if I'll be playing and that I might skip. So my point still stands. I don't know. I'll see when it's closer to it. One thing I can tell you is... Again, my personal opinion is that Microsoft forced them to do AoE 4, which can be good, okay? If Microsoft did that, aka we're like, come on, do AoE 4, do something, might be a good thing because that might mean that Microsoft will put more money into AoE 4 at a later date. Now, what I also know is the most selling DLC shit, I know it's gonna take 6 months to a year for that to take effect in a company as big as Microsoft. And don't ask me how I know this, but I know this. We've had the most selling DLC, and I personally think that AoE 4 was not supposed to be a Red Bull. Because of the DLC, I think Microsoft rushed them and is trying to force AoE4 into it because it sold well. And I think that if there is anything coming from Microsoft, it will only be coming realistically after September. Companies as big as that, they have, I don't know if it's quarterly or every like half a year, they have approvals for funding of the tournaments. And I don't think that the DLC money and success will come in until after September. What I think about this regarding what does this mean for AoE 4? It's not good, right? I'm not gonna be like, it doesn't matter, it's whatever. It's not good because it will misrepresent AoE 4 with a mode that nobody plays. It will be quick in and out, like, oh, let's put AoE 4, let's get him out kind of thing. So I don't think that's good. I don't think this is the end of the world. At the same time, obviously EGC TV is still organizing tournaments. They're going to be doing qualifiers for this, which, you know, are probably going to be going on for a few weeks. I don't know, where's the time? It's 2 weeks of qualifiers. Okay. Yeah, for Empire Wars, 2 weeks of qualifiers. In July, apparently, people are saying. 4th to 6th October is the LAN? Okay. Oh, so we're gonna do the qualifiers in July, and then I'm gonna have 5 months of not practicing Empire Wars with anyone. Dude, do you know what's gonna happen, realistically? Okay, this is what's gonna happen. If these are the dates, so from July, the qualifiers are done, and you're gonna know the players. So you're gonna have, I don't know when July 20th to 4th of August. Okay, so August, September, October, 3 months, 3rd month. Let's say 2 months, fuck it. I guarantee you that the 2 players going are not going to practice at all for it. I think they might do like a week before the tournament, they might do some games to like remember how it is to do Empire Wars, and I think they're not going to practice at all. I think like maybe a week or 2, not because they don't want to. I think you won't be able to find players. That's it. I think that's the best way. And if I qualify, I will literally have to pay someone $1,000 to practice with me for 2 months if I wanted that. Right? Or pay them, you know, $50 or $100 per X hours, you know. So regarding that, that's going to be funny, first of all. You are going to see games, you're not going to see high level games. So that's number one. Number two that I wanted to say, again, it's not good, but it's not the end of the world. EGC TV, I'm assuming, I am hoping, will still be organizing tournaments beside this, right? I think they're supposed to, either hopefully soon they announce something of their own. I will be organizing tournaments on my channel, okay? And no, it's not a $50,000 tournament or a $100,000 tournament, but I will be organizing tournaments. On 5th of May, we have Beast of the Hill that will be happening. There is tournaments for the next few weeks every weekend, which is very good. You guys know that I recently, I mean, this is not an ad. I know it's going to sound like that, but I've partnered with SteelSeries, and they're giving out over $10,000 in just prize money. And we've had an event yesterday that's going to be uploaded on my channel, but we're also going to have, I think, 5 more events over the next few months. And if the viewership is good there, we're going to have more SteelSeries event in the future. And who knows where that goes. Like the $10,000 prize pool is a starting point. So what you can do for me and for the community and for AoE4 is to tune in to every AoE4 SteelSeries tournament and every other AoE4 tournament, because if SteelSeries numbers are good, we will have more tournaments in the future, okay, from SteelSeries. The stuff that Marika and I are preparing already, the production on it is really good, and it's improving every single time we'll do one of these. We're organizing them together, but obviously I'm going to be playing in them. And you guys should definitely be tuning into those if you want more AoE4 tournaments. I'm not telling you to give me money or anything. Just tune in and watch the tournaments. If you do want to, you know, support me and support SteelSeries, then you can click the link in the chat for SteelSeries and use the code Beastyqt for 12% off. Now, I think the next event, I need to check with Marika, so I might be talking out of my ass here, but I think the next event that will be happening with SteelSeries will be called, we've decided on, I didn't decide this. It's gonna be called Slay the Beast. Because it's like Slay the Beast and I'm called Beastie. Get it? Because it's like, you know. And it will be me versus 16 different players, where I can only play each civilization once, and all 16 other players combined can play each civilization once on 16 different maps in one day. That's the next tournament we're most likely doing. And of course, this tournament will be on highly requested Empire Wars mode. Now I'm joking, I would never do that to you guys. I'm not that kind of person. That's it. That's for my review on this. Grateful that there's a tournament. Not grateful for the way the tournament is run. Let's go with that. Also, the SteelSeries event, we've done one yesterday. On Sunday, we've done an event on the SteelSeries channel. By the way, if you want to watch these SteelSeries events, make sure to follow them at twitch.tv/SteelSeries. Not here or not on my WEM's channel. We've done an event yesterday where Marika and I were playing against Poppy Paw, Wem, and Marine Lord. And Wemens, the game partners that they had. And we had a 2v2v2 Nomad, we had a show match, best of 3 against Marine Lord, and some of those are going to be uploaded on Wem's channel, some of those are going to be uploaded on my channel, okay? So yeah, if you're watching on Twitch, check out my YouTube, make sure to subscribe, make sure to follow SteelSeries on Twitch, and tune into their events. And if you're watching on YouTube, check them out on Twitch, check me out on Twitch, because I'm probably live right now. Boom. Let's keep going.